you here and talking about books. What did you think of Eric's book and Patty's book? They were hyped up pretty well, and we got both of them.
Well, Eric's book was informative in a lot of areas, but it's like he completely missed me in his book. And there was an instant, the only time he really mentions my name and me being around there said he called me to come. He had crashed a car in the graveyard. And I think a lot of his memory is not as clear because he said he even said it himself. He doesn't remember a lot of stuff. So I think that he thought that may have happened when he was with all that Tulsa bunch. But it certainly didn't happen when I was there. I wasn't driving. I couldn't drive on that side of the road. And we didn't have phones to call and say, come and get me. I'm upside down in my Ferrari, in a graveyard. I don't know about that. So that's the only thing. I was pretty disappointed that he didn't talk about me coming over and all the things that that are history, that's included in me. It was like they tried to write me out of Eric's experience for some unknown reason. His manager, Robert Stigwood, said he was going to have me blackballed. Perhaps that was part of the blackball is still rolling. That was good. The black ball is still rolling. Thing is, I don't care. You can dodge a ball.
And Patty's book, I like Patty's book. It was good.
It's a girl's book,
Oh.
What can I say? I mean.
Well, again,
in all fairness, and Eric's even talked about that he married her on a bet, with Roger Forrester. And Roger saying he could have his name on the front page of every newspaper around the world on Monday morning, and they bet something like £5,000. Well, Roger said, and Patty was off somewhere, Eric was somewhere else, and Monday came out and said Eric Clapton and Patty Boyd are getting married.
In the papers. In the papers,
it was front page all over. So he had to ask her real quick,
Well, she admitted that. She said it in her own book.
Yeah. And Roger told me that in his office one day. I went, what? I said, it sounds about right.
What about the dog peeing on the side of the...
Oh, Eric is God thing? Yeah. That was when John Lennon put out that the Beatles were something about them and Jesus, more famous than Jesus. Robert Stigwood paid a couple of guys like £50 to get some paint and go paint on some blank walls around London. Clapton is God, and so if their Beatles were bigger than Jesus, Eric was going to be God. So that was set up pretty good. Roger Forrester told me about that, and he was Eric's manager, and he worked for Robert Stigwood.
Right.
All right. He was Stigwood's guy.
Well, that's the publicity machine. That's exactly what they do.
Oh, hell yeah. And then everybody believes it. But see, the thing is, it was a plus and a real minus for Eric. It was really difficult being God, It ain't easy being God.